Gentlemen, today in this video I'll be breaking down Andrew Tate's marketing secrets that I've found so far. If I miss out on something, you can let me know in the comments, or you can let me know about your exclusive insights about this whole video. And if you stick around with me till the end, you will learn a lot of marketing advices or how to market yourself, because that's singularly the best thing you can do in business. You need to position yourself in the market as a man who knows everything, and everyone will come to you for the solution. And that's what Andrew Tate did. Now, with this video, you will learn a lot of stuff that you wouldn't be able to learn from any other place. And let's get into it without any further ado. Now, Andrew Tate uses most of the ideas of books, yet he widely acclaimed he doesn't read books. If you have read 48 Laws of Power, you will know that some of the laws mentioned in there are used by Andrew Tate.
Lost. You need to find a way to get attention, because all advertising is buying attention, which is fine. But buying attention is more expensive than getting attention for free. And when I say for free, I mean free financially. Getting attention is still going to take time with your money. But you need to find a way to get attention. I think you already understand this. You already understand viral marketing, no such thing as bad press, blah, blah, blah.
If you read other books which are about money, you'll know that Andrew Tate uses that idea. Like, for example, Millionaire Fastlane by M.J. DeMarco. He talks about how system is trying to keep you slow and on the slow lane and never wants you to get rich, and you will die as an old man with retirement funds and everything, whereas he tells like you need to be in a fast lane to make a lot of money. And that's what Andrew Tate says as well. Now I tell you what, he might not have read those books, and he might have, but he widely acclaimed he doesn't read books.
I'm too smart to read. I'm not going to sit there and go, smart people read. No, I need action. I need constant chaos in my life to feel content. I need to be...
Which portrays him as a man who gained knowledge from experience, which didn't come in handy. If he mentioned books, he would have promoted books instead of himself, and that's what a fool would have done, which he obviously is not. Now, Tate's talking style was very neutral and calm back then.
Emotionally, fighting's a scary thing, you know? If I had my way and I could build myself as an individual, I would have never chosen to be a fighter. I think fighting's one of those things that you're either cursed with or you're not.
He understood in order to be persuasive and charismatic, he will have to change his vocal identity, which does 90% of the persuasion. If I would talk a very lame statement with enthusiasm in my voice, you will love it. Comparatively speaking, if I speak or tell a quote by Marcus Aurelius, which is quite legendary, in a bad tone while mumbling half of the time, you'll find it awful and irritating at the same time. First thing you need to do is change your vocal identity. If you talk like a geek, no one will trust you. But if you talk very persuasive, like if you see Jordan Belfort, what he teaches is straight line persuasion, and in it he says you need to be very persuasive with your tone. You need to be at point. If you've seen Wolf of the Wall Street, you'll know. Anyway, another element of his success online is the way he articulates his thinking. That's what a genius does. He didn't just stop there. He picked a fight against a real and strong competitor, the Matrix.
The Matrix has attacked me.
Since then, the theme of his message changed from I'm helping you to get rich or have some pleasure in your life to it's us versus them. You will suffer if you don't escape their system, or as widely said by him, escape the Matrix or resist slavery. He was no longer offering you a pleasure. Instead, he was telling you to run away from pain while you still can. And that was a stronger message. As an addition, he indeed got arrested, which solidifies his statement, Matrix wants you to be a loser. As he was banned from all socials, he moved to Rumble, then he got arrested. He was house arrested for a long time of 2 years or more. He is the voice of freedom, as Paul Atreides is in the Dune movie, but this is real life, and his enemy is stronger than himself, making the stories he tells more appealing. And actually, when he got arrested, even though his haters were like, maybe Matrix is real. Even his haters, like that's so true. Now, if you look up, Matrix was not a hot topic till Andrew Tate brought it up, and now everyone knows about it. If you say, "Hey, do you know Matrix is out there?" Even though it's a lame thing to say now, it's a vague thing, but still, I believe that if you ask anyone now, they know about it. Anyway, his storytelling skills is best. He often tells his lesson as in form of tales, parables, or stories, because that way people resonate better. And Andrew Tate gains the trust and authority, also makes it easier for people to understand his insights. He always tells stories whenever he goes to a podcast, at least thrice or more times. Like if you pick up any podcast he's been to, you will realize he's always telling stories. If you ask him any question, he'll be like, "Oh, there's an interesting story I can tell about this one." So he mastered this skill of storytelling because he realized most of the people can't resonate with your idea if you only tell it in a single form. Like he does long form emergency meetings which allow him to elaborate and spread his message with better clarity. If you write tweets or create short form content, there's so less of a story you can tell, and that's why Andrew does long form content often. Also, he has his newsletter where he tells tales about him, his father, and uses various metaphors as well. He brought back pride in his father's name after becoming famous, glorifying how smart he was and how masculine as a father he was, and that's why Andrew idolized him. Now, people didn't know much of Andrew Tate back then, but once Andrew Tate became a famous guy, he preached about his father, and now he does have certain recognition. If you look back on a YouTube, there's a video of him teaching about chess, and it didn't have much of a views, but if you go to the comments now, you'll know that Andrew Tate brought him certain glory after being a famous guy. Now, Andrew sold a lot of courses before the real world, to name a few: PhD, which stands for Pimping Host Degree, where he preached about how to get girls; G Mindset, where he taught like how you need an anti-vision of yourself and grow; body language course, networking course, and Hustler University First, where he taught 100 lessons he learned by being in business. And in all of these courses are told stories, short proofs to gain authority again, and uses certain persuasive language to keep attention hooked. He usually started with, "This is the smartest decision you've ever made by buying this course. Now buckle up as I lay down all of my knowledge about whatever the topic is." Actually, this part he didn't choose himself. It came naturally and handy to him, and it helped his growth as well. That is his story. As videos show, he was broke, fighting for pennies, trying to live somehow. He looked broken, and you could see hopelessness in his eyes, same hopelessness we have in our lives. That allow us to resonate with his story, and seeing him become a success from nothing allows us to dream as well. Another element he added is polarization. He realized most people online were starting to promote feminism, and it was creating a kind of annoyance among masculine men, or men who didn't like the idea of feminism, or even some women who resisted feminism. So he went against it and brought the traditional mentality, embracing masculine and feminine while going against feminism.
This whole idea of being toxically masculine is absolutely garbage. Nobody's toxically... Listen, you're not going to call me toxically masculine if someone breaks in the house and I start spraying. No one's going to start calling me toxically masculine. No, there was no one called toxically masculine when they were fucking staying on the Titanic to die, right? The whole thing is garbage, and it's just by women who are bitter and jealous, trying to insult and demonize men for being natural to their instinct.
Which got him a lot of hate and more love simultaneously, keeping him very relevant and turning him into a social media personality. Now, there was a time when people used to go to strangers and ask him, "What do you think about Andrew Tate?" And they go, "Oh, he's a shithole, we don't like him." And usually the feminist women, and they go like, "If you like Andrew Tate, you don't get any hoes," or something like that. So that's the result of polarization that gets you a lot of hate, but at the same time you get a certain level of love, but in equally it gets you, certain recognition. At least you are now known. As the saying goes, there's no such thing as bad attention. Now, he understood distribution means the freedom in business. That's what he did. He took on all podcast invites he got in 2020, 2021, 2022, when people are locked at home and have nothing to do except scroll on social media. He did around 20 to 30 podcasts in 2020 and 2021. He showed up on a lot of them, like fresh and face.
Are you done? Are you done? Okay,
I'm done. I'm done.
Just be careful on
Grilling with Kiara, I guess.
Would you be with me if I'd slept with over 50 men?
Somehow that was like a kind of a dating, but yeah, he showed up on a lot of them, creating controversial videos, And yeah, he didn't resist on any invitation he got because he knew that he needs to show up and be at as much podcasts as he possibly can. Now, his main goal was to be rich as a man, but in that journey, he learned a better skill. He turned influential, creating almost a wave. Not to mention, he became a millionaire long before he took over social medias. I did respect Tate for his ideas. Now I respect him for his marketing skills. Now, let me know what you think about Tate or what else we shall add to this list. With that being said, I would like to thank you guys for sticking with me through this video. This video wasn't very long, but I'm sure I broke down enough value to you in like such a short term, and I'm more than happy and I'm more than grateful for the last video that blew up. If you're new to this channel, please make sure to subscribe, and in the next videos I will be breaking down better concepts, I would say. And also, I'm bringing up a course of 7 videos where I'll teach you to how to build an online business from the ground up, from scratch, completely free. You need no startup cost. It's a beginner friendly model, so make sure you're subscribed and wait till I drop the whole course.
The statistical Tate.